Shout out to Midwest League and Ladina and everything they've been doing for the city.
Shout out Midwest League.
Shout out to Midwest League.
Shout out to Midwest League. Shout out to Ladina.
Let's get it.
Midwest League where we started. What's happening, Ladina?
The Midwest League, man, they putting the city on the map. And big shout out to MidwestLeague.com.
Welcome to Midwest League Podcast. I'm Ladina, and today I'm here with Mr. Vernon Bateman. Vernon is a celebrated author, activist, artist, and social justice advocate. And so today, I just want to welcome you to Midwest League Studio.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. And it's really nice here. And
Thank you.
I appreciate everything and giving me an opportunity to even be heard. You know?
Tell me, I want to start off by learning what brings you joy.
Probably helping other people.
What do you do to help other people?
Through art, through expressions, through my books, children books, and things like that. Yeah.
Your most recent showcase of your art was called Art for Exoneration.
Yeah.
Can you explain what that means? Because a lot of people maybe get it confused since they see you out, you're moving around, you went to Japan, right?
I sent the team to
Oh,
Tokyo.
you sent the team?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like, explain what you're fighting for still.
Okay. I've been in prison since 1998, and I got out in 2023. So I'm fighting still for my freedom and to get exonerated. Just because they got me out, the Innocent Project, Notre Dame, the Exoneration Clinic, a lot of now other attorneys from local that's helping me, trying to clear my name of the charges that I was falsely accused of. Yeah, so with me, the way that I don't know law as much law or whatever, so the way that I express myself is through art to the community because I understand the power of the people, you know.
What does that change? Like what is the impact of getting rid of the paper shackles?
My conditions in the state of Indiana, I got the most highest conditions in the state of Indiana out of anybody, any crime or whatever. I'm the only parolee that's allowed to wear a body camera because there's so much happening to me while I was in prison and out of prison, you know. Yeah.
What were you incarcerated for?
They accused me of rape. Yeah. They accused me of rape. They said I fit the description and destroyed all the medical records and everything before my trial.
And how old were you?
I just turned 18.
And how old are you now?
45.
So you said that you have the highest restrictions.
Yeah.
So what does that mean for you in trying to do the work that you're doing and trying to share your art with the people?
I first understood how to tap in really to God and know that it ain't where the body go, it's where the mind go. So that's being said, that's why I really demonstrate that through my craft and through my art. But if the restrictions I got is so severe, like I can't kiss a woman, I can't be in a relationship if the parole don't approve it. I take polygraph tests to make sure that I haven't kissed a woman. Actually, I got a polygraph test in 4 days, you know.
Wow.
And they check my phone, let me see, it's so much more stuff, you know. It's more like, I don't know how uncut I can be here.
I mean, you can say whatever you want to say.
Well, they asked me have I masturbated and things of that.
How can they, wow. Okay.
It's like inhumane. They
right.
Even if I tell a person I love them outside of my family, that's like a violation. You know? I can't have sorrow emotions, you know. So that's why I put it all in my art. That's the way I get my humanity, or that's the way I feel some source of freedom, you know.
What's amazing to me is, like I said, paper shackles, because to have been incarcerated for so long, you don't seem like they were ever able to cage your mind.
Yeah. I had first I was bitter of the conditions and everything, so before, sometimes life and God will put you in a position and be on your knees, you know, and that way you can get the reward from his work, and I told him that if he do free me, I will let the people know that you the reason, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned how to read and write in prison, so that's like a big step, you know. Yeah.
So one of your most compelling works of art that I've seen is a piece that you dedicated to Larry Hoover.
Yeah.
Can you tell me about the significance of Larry Hoover in your life?
Yeah. When I first I thought it was like red and blue, you know, just not knowing and growing up in the neighborhood thinking it's the colors. And then like gangster disciple and, you know, just being a lot of fatherless children that don't have fathers in poverty places, you know, so we go embrace each other and our mothers was trying to do the best that they can. So, but when I came to prison, I knew it was laws and policies and it was structure. Like it was certain things that it was like the structure of the literature was shaping you to be a better person. And I thought it was just gangster disciple. I didn't understand growth and development because I didn't even know how to read. But I understand that his position that he was in, he was trying to show a source of remorse to understand his behavior, his past decisions that he made at a young age. I think he got locked up at the age of 23, and he's 74 now, you know. So at the decisions in the mind developing that he made, at the rational decisions or whatever, he wanted to do something different. He understood the power, that he got the power to lead you to water or fire. And I understood, like, damn, if he doing this under these conditions to try to better a person and better me, I could do it to try to better the next person, you know. So the literature really shaped me as a character, gave me a better character, because I don't want to say that I'm ashamed to say I'm a man that's growing and developing. I could do this in the light, you know, not in the dark, you know.
So there are positive impacts that can come from gang culture.
Yeah, yes. If you demonstrate that, if you like, it ain't about represent more than present, because you can say represent with a shirt on, present you got to have it in your walk, you know.
I like that. So what inspired you to actually learn to read and write, and how did you?
I was still fighting for my freedom, but at first, really, I thought I was the only person in prison for rape because nobody shows their paperwork, you know. And people glorify, like, the bad things they do. So people glorify even murder, and, like, they glorify people going to prison to share their war stories type of thing, you know. And that's what get glorified in prison, a tough guy, you know. So the guys that surround me, the gang members, different other organizations, people that won gang, they just showed me a different form of freedom. And I was watching guys read books and getting out of prison, out of their conditions by smiling and all that, like, you know. And dudes was giving me spelling tests and, like, different things inside of prison. And I was saying, this one guy named 187, he really, like, I was writing letters and stuff. Well, trying to write letters to females. My female that was supporting me at the time was my daughter's mother. And I was having other people writing her letters for me. And she like, why your writing is always different, you know? But bro was like, look, bro, I don't want nobody else to write a letter for him, and I hated him so bad for that. But it really helped me, and he sat there with me and learning spelling tests and everything, you know. So that was one of the major things that gave me a source of freedom and gave me a desire to live through words and show other people that's in the conditions, because I got friends to this day that can't read or write, you know. Yeah, the power of education.
And the power of love, because you wanted to write your love letters.
Yeah, I wanted to write my love letter.
So it's amazing to me that the law has the power to try to strip someone of love.
Yeah.
When love is a rehabilitator.
Yeah.
So how do you combat that? Is there anything that you can do to challenge that, or?
Yeah, right now we challenging it, but I still gotta demonstrate through my actions and my behavior. Cause when you look in the mirror, you know who you are. There's no white man and nobody can tell you who you are. You know.
For sure.
Yeah, God told you His child. You know. So that's what give me the confidence and just to believe in whatever I touch I feel like it's gonna bubble. It's gonna do good, you know, because there's God behind it.
What was life like before 18, just as a teenager in Indianapolis?
Well, I'm born in Gary. I'm
Oh,
from
okay.
Gary, Indiana. Yeah.
Indianimal, you claim that?
Excuse
They
me.
call the people from Gary Indie animals.
All Indianimals, I don't know. It's the mindset, you know.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, it's the mindset, but you could be put in a position to get treated like an animal, like the positions I was in, treated like in before, like I was, like I said, misled and being around like gang members and different things, and then even was leading and trying to impress our buddies and friends and stuff like that, but still kept a tack of the respect of a woman and respect of always open the door and try to do those type of things, you know, but didn't know the way to, like I was even too ashamed to talk to a woman, period. But just being having something to look forward to and having something to look up to, that kind of was me at first. But I had a real hard childhood, from like mother on drugs and like growing up in Gary projects, where the littlest projects in Gary with no cable and stuff like that. And before, when I was 13 to 15, I got kidnapped, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, things like that.
Wow. So coming home, what's different? Like, does it look like a whole different city? Have you visited Gary?
I have, when I went back to, we was going to the prosecutors, things like that. But for me, I feel like I ain't like just boxed in one thing. That's what I was telling you about Tokyo and Japan and stuff. Like, I feel like I came out of casket, you know what I'm saying? You know how like, just imagine yourself and you can see who come to your funeral. I felt like I saw everybody that cried and people that, you know, I felt like I saw the energy of it. So even being in the condition I was in prison, it's like everybody get a death sentence because if COVID-19 hit, why you got a week to live, but now this disease or whatever, airborne disease might hit you before your week, and then it's like a life sentence. So your mind changed, your mindset changed. Like everybody, like even now, like if I go back to prison, I can't paint again, you know, because I was the last person. If you see any dates of 2023 of my art, I'm the last person in the state of Indiana that can send prison art out. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you'll never see no more prison art because they don't sell the products no more. They don't sell the products no more, so you can't get a canvas, you can't get the paint. So that's why the value of my art is so much what it is.
And what do they say is the reason to even strip art away from people?
Certain utensils like popsicle sticks was made out of shank, so they found that, and then they can't govern other people selling their art at the magnitude of they selling it. So they want it, you know, prison is really like an extortion. People, it's for rehabilitation, but you got to do that within self, not the programs they give you.
Yeah. I used to get a lot of art from prison.
Yeah.
Like people would make things for the magazine and things like
dope,
that.
Yeah. And it's hard now for them to even do that, to use that as an outlet, because we don't have paint, you know, like some of the paints, like even that Last Supper paint, I did that in prison, you know. Yeah, like it's so much stuff that, so you use ink pens, you use what you have, you know, you use popsicle sticks. Well, it took me 5 years to build that game, you know. Yeah.
So how were you able to be so resourceful to come up with how to, like the tools that you would need to?
You'd be surprised, like in prison, it's so much people that's like, let me see, like believe in you. It's more people believing like something that's positive. It's like, cause every day in there is the same, you know, it's calculated, fish on Friday, whatever, laundry day, everything is calculated. So if it's something, just imagine a world like that, it's like Twilight Zone. So if something in there that's like different, everybody go gravitate to the different and understand like how they can open their difference, you know. So, yeah.
So they believed in your art.
Yeah, they believe because it's giving them a voice. It's like I started a corporation inside of prison with Baby 22. Okay, the corporation is guys that's in prison. Let me see what I got. It's guys that's in prison. They got gun charges or attempt murders or whatever. What they do is they donate to my corporation. They donate to my corporation. We take the funding and look for kids that's affected through gun violence and pay for their funeral. So it give them a voice that they can show, and they build a bridge that they can show remorse. Because by the time, like it's the guys that's sitting in the county jail, they got murders, and they think like, well, the judge don't know that I got a baby on the way, so I should be able to, no, that don't matter. So it's that knowledge, the lack of knowledge, you know. So by the time they get to a certain age and realize, damn, I messed up, I killed myself too. So they don't just understand the loss from the barrel, but the loss from the trigger too. But by this time, it's too late. So they want to do something to show a remorse, and that's why I built a bridge for them to do that, you know.
How were you able to accomplish so much from being in the hole? You were in the hole for a long time of your sentence, right?
Yeah, 13 years. Yeah.
So you had people taking care of it for you, basically.
Yeah, but it's like I don't know how to say it. It's like if you was to be blind, your smell is strong, it gets stronger.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like somebody cutting off your senses because you don't know if it's night or day. Right. So somebody cut your senses off, so your vision now, you can see through concrete and steel to have this dream. You know what I'm saying? So that's why when people come up, and a lot of my family is so overprotected, they like, man, this person do this. But I saw through concrete and steel, so flesh and bone ain't too much I can't see through, you know.
Wow. Yeah. What is your faith system?
Actually, I just believe in God. I know, like, I don't really know too much of the religious things, but I know God. I know what God can do. And I know my God, you know. Maybe I'm going through this for the next person to see, like, you know, even for our youth. That's why I brought the high school. Like, they don't even want me at the high school, or it could be, like, I can't even be around children. And the women on my case was older than me, way older than me, you know. But, yeah, and she recanted her statements 4 times, you know, And another guy, I guess, submitted to the case, you know. So, but anyway, so that's why I brought the children to me at the gallery, you know, and they did. Well, not children, but 16 and up, you know.
So with all these things happening with your case, from her recanting her statements to someone else confessing to the crime, what more needs to happen? Like, what do you need? What can people do to help or support?
You know, sometimes it ain't, people don't think it's affected because it ain't hit home sometimes, so it needs to hit home. Like, see, even, and I don't know the conditions, but I do know the situation with, like, George Floyd. It was more George Floyd's before George Floyd.
For sure.
It just, nobody recorded it.
Yeah.
So this doing what you're doing right now, you just put it in their living room. Somebody put George Floyd in our living room, you know what I'm saying? So that's what needs to be. I'm grateful, and I'm really very blessed that you put Vernon Bateman in somebody's living room, you know.
What can they do in terms of taking action? Right
now, I'm asking for them to, like, sign my petition, support if you see anything that I have my name on it, or even support your cat, you know, what you got going. Support the people, the power of the people, and right now we waiting for my attorneys to step up and do what they say they're gonna do. Yeah. And not just blow smoke up my butt. Because now it's more than you just saying, you gonna do this to my family, you saying the community asking for questions, you know. So that's why, even the Congress, he wrote a thing to get me pardoned and get me exonerated. So Andre Carson, like, he one of the major dudes that came in my situation while I was in the hole and got me out the hole.
Wow.
You know, he like this too much, like, and he helped me do that. So it just, I'm just doing the best I know, you know, and everybody putting their best in, however, you know.
So what is something that you would like to save the youth from? Like, you've experienced a lot and you're working with the youth, but what's something that if you could stop them from bumping their head in one way, what would be the lesson you want to transfer to them?
I want to catch them, like, before they have an identity, like while they still believe that they could be Superman, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I want to shape their character to believe in themselves, for they won't, like I had to, you know, on the outside, you learn what to be. Like, this is a judge, or this is a principal, or this is my father, good, I want to be like him. In prison, you learn what not to be. So, you know what I'm saying? So I had to learn what not to be so I could show the youth what not to be. And I do that through my books, and I'm trying to educate them in my books in different levels. You know.
What is success to you?
Freedom. Freedom means more than anything, money or anything.
Phil, okay. Is there anything else that you want to share with the people?
Let me think. I got something else coming up for everybody that's like really powerful. I do want us to say, that's why I said Layman Brewster, he gave me 50% of his coffee business to financially, like, fight and support what I'm doing and everything, you know. So I did appreciate him for that, and he didn't have to do that, you know. A lot of people did. Rachel Simons, like, a lot of people didn't have to do what they did. The community didn't have to support. So there's so many people.
You're speaking for them. Like, it was really powerful what he said at your art show about how there's so many things in his heart that he was feeling, and you spoke it for him with your art.
Yeah.
So that inspires people. So your work is valuable.
Thank you so much.
And I appreciate your hands-on approach, because I wouldn't have experienced it if you hadn't come and knocked on the door.
Yeah. Once I saw this place when I was writing, I was like, oh man, this is where everybody, you know. And the guys in that was, you know, we don't magazines is like gold to us in there, like, you know. So that's why people was dissecting your magazine so much, and people holding them. It's probably it's dudes in there that's collecting your magazine, like, you don't know. It's like, that's why I'm like, you brought so much light to us, because we ain't had no window, so you was our window, you know.
Oh my goodness. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay. Well, it was great talking to you today.
Likewise.
Thank you for taking the time to come in, and I'm looking forward to the next show.
All right, thank you.